Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we're getting ready. I have a zero makeup on my face. I'm using a bunch of brand new makeup. I placed quite the order on HSN and I got lots of goodies. I got some old goodies, like some products that I loved like way back in the day, like MAC's bronzer powder, some other MAC products, and I also got some new products to play with. So we're just gonna do a full face of brand new makeup. These are from HSN, so there are some products in here that are great values, great deals. I did team up with HSN. HSN is a great place to shop for beauty, lifestyle, jewelry, health, wellness products. They have weekly deals, so it's a great place to score deals on beauty products. They also have like exclusive beauty products to HSN or exclusive value bundle sets that you can only get at HSN. So I will be sure to note any of those that we come across, and let's get started. So first we're gonna go in foundation, and I'm using the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. This has an SPF of 25. Super excited to try this foundation. I have used Clinique's complexion products in the past, but it's not a brand that I really lean on a lot for complexion, so let's give this a try. I typically am a fan of serum foundations, so I picked up the shade, by the way, CN52 Neutral. Let's see how this goes. I do want to note that it says it's for dry combination to oily skin, so that kind of sounds like it covers almost everybody. Let's go ahead and do one pump of this on my hand. Okay, so one pump dispenses a small amount of product, so I'm actually gonna do 2 pumps. Okay, I take that back. That first pump, well, I didn't get a full pump. This is what a full pump looks like. So quite a bit of product. I have a feeling it's gonna be more than I need. The texture of this seems to be nice and light. It is sliding down my hand, which is pretty typical of a serum foundation. Serum foundations tend to be more like hybrid of foundation and skincare. They typically are lighter weight, and I usually find that they're really natural looking on the skin. We're gonna start in the center of my face and just press it into the skin. I'm using the BK Beauty 106 foundation brush. Ooh, nice. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm getting, I would say, a good medium-ish coverage. I do think I could sheer it out and get lighter coverage, and I do think I could build it and get more coverage. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm a fan of serum foundations. I'm just gonna say that because they just tend to look really natural on the skin. I typically love the consistency of serum foundations. Like I said, they're a lot lighter weight, and they just blend out so easily. And I am gonna give myself some props because I ordered the perfect shade. This is literally the perfect shade of foundation for me. So this is with one layer of foundation applied. I don't have any concealer on, keep that in mind. And then this is bare skin. Okay, let's go in and apply on this side. I'm adding quite a bit of product. I probably applied more than I need. My skin is kind of like reacting a little bit to me because I've been traveling a lot lately. Over the last 3 weeks, I've traveled every single week, and my skin's just not really adjusted. It's a little, it feels a little dry, it feels dehydrated, it feels dull. I've been using a bunch of different skincare products and masks and things to kind of bring it back to life. One thing I want to note is when you're applying foundation on your forehead, I really like to work in big circles and sheer this out. We typically do not need a lot of product or coverage on the forehead. Really, I just apply it so that everything is even, but I don't really need to cover anything on my forehead. And our forehead can be a little bit drier or oilier, but it can also be where we show more signs of aging, fine lines, kind of the lines in your forehead that you get as we age. So the more product that you put there unnecessarily, the more that it can emphasize that texture. So really be careful with how much product you actually apply on your forehead. And again, work in big circles. Rather than pressing like this, you'll see me just really buff in big circles. That's gonna sheer out that product. All right, you guys, so I have quite a bit of product left. I needed about half of what I pumped out. Okay, I'm liking the way this looks. It has a nice natural look to the skin. It has a slight radiance. Like, keep in mind, I have a lot of bright lights hitting my face, so things typically look a little bit more radiant here that you guys see than they would in real life because there's so much light reflecting off my skin. Okay, let's go back in. We are going to play with the concealer. I picked up the NW25 Studio Fix 24 Hour Smooth Wear Concealer from MAC. Have I used this? I've used this. It has been a long time since I've used this, but I have used this. So I love the Studio, what is it? I think I have it right here. This is like my holy grail from MAC. It is the Pro Longwear Concealer. I love this one. So I'm gonna give this one a try. It's been so long since I've used this, I honestly cannot tell you how I feel about it. So it's gonna be like trying a brand new product for me. What I love about the NW range, by the way, is it's got a lot of peach undertones. So it's almost like using a color corrector and a concealer in one. Ooh, this is nice. This has a much lighter weight than the Pro Longwear. The Pro Longwear is a full coverage concealer. It is absolutely beautiful, but if you are a little heavy-handed, you can apply too much real quick. This is actually nice and light. This feels like a serum. 24-hour wear. Okay, I don't need you to wear it for 24 hours because I do wash my face every night, but that is good to know that you will wear well throughout the day, hopefully. Ooh, perfect. Okay, this blends out really nice. I'm using the BK Beauty 110 brush and I'm literally just bouncing this on the skin. This brush was designed to be kind of like, if you love beauty sponges, this is like a hybrid of a beauty sponge and a brush. I really enjoy using beauty sponges for concealer or really full coverage foundations. And the reason I like to do that is because a sponge will typically absorb a lot of your product, giving you a more natural payoff. So for concealer, it's great because concealers are typically a lot more full coverage and much more pigmented than foundations. So sometimes it's nice to have that little bonus of having a product that absorbs excess, but this brush will give you that same natural finish without absorbing all your product, so you can use less product. And it's just smaller, so it gives you a little more control, even though it is a large concealer brush. Perfect. Ooh, I'm loving it. I'm loving the skin. I gotta pop a little bit of eye drops in my eyes. They're feeling a little red today. Okay. Ooh. You will see my eyes over the next like 30 seconds become a vibrant white. Okay, you guys, moving right along, I'm gonna dig into some brow products, and these are a HSN deal, so I'm excited to share these with you. This is a little duo set that you get from Lancome. It has the brow pencil, and then it has a mascara, so you get these two together. So the deal price is $39. It's a value of $61. So let's go ahead and start with the brow. Okay, this is a pretty traditional like microfine brow pencil. These are really great for creating more hair-like effect on the brows. I need to get a mirror and get up close to this, you guys. Let's do that. All right, this color is perfect. It's a nice kind of taupey shade. What shade did I get? I got the shade light brown, and it's got a lot of like cool tone to it, which I like. I think this shade would be good for anyone with light brown hair or even blonde hair if you like to have a little more definition in your brows. I like my brows to be a little more cool toned, have like a kind of taupey base to it. I don't really like really warm brow pencils or any brow pencils that have a lot of warmth or red to them. Perfect. Ooh, that's nice. I like this pencil. It has good pigment, but it's not too strong. With brow pencils, for me, it's that sweet spot of having enough pigment to pay off onto the skin, but not being so harsh to where you get a really harsh looking brow. If you feel like you've gone a little too heavy with the brow, you can always use the spoolie to soften everything. That's a great little tip. That's what these are great for. Look how bright they are. Those eye drops are amazing. So I actually picked up two bronzers from HSN. I couldn't resist going with like an old school favorite. This is like the original OG for me. This is the MAC bronzing powder in the shade Refined Golden. I remember when this product launched, you guys. I was a MAC trainer when this product launched. I remember training the people that worked in my region on this product. I always love to give those shout outs. Like when I use a MAC product that I remember launching, it's just like, it's like a proud moment for me. So I picked up one of these. It's been years since I have used this, but I remember loving these powder bronzers. I also picked up this Too Faced bronzer, and this is an HSN deal. It actually comes with a brush, and I'll post a picture of the brush here. It comes for $30. You get the bronzer and the brush. And this one, I already kind of opened it and swatched it. It has some shimmer to it, so it's actually like a bronzer glow. I might actually use both of these because this to me, oh, look at this packaging. I know it's got a little teddy bear on it, but so cute, super cute. This has quite a bit of illumination to it, so this looks like it would be nice as a bronzer topper. I don't know how much actual like color. Yeah, I really wouldn't use this as a bronzer, to be quite honest. I would use it more as a highlighter over my bronzer. So we're gonna go in with both of those. Let's go ahead and start with the MAC Refined Golden. And I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 104 brush, and I'm just gonna press it into the product and sweep it back into the hairline. This is a nice, really warm golden shade. Like if you want that look of being on a summer vacation and just having that, you know when your skin gets over a sunburn, like it's not red anymore, but it has this most beautiful tan, that's what this looks like. I haven't set the foundation with powder yet. I will set everything once I'm done with everything on the complexion, but it's looking really beautiful. Like, wow. Have you guys used this foundation? Like I haven't worn it all day, so I can't really tell you how it wears throughout the day, but it looks absolutely beautiful on my skin right now. Really, really healthy, natural, soft glow. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and I'm gonna kind of run it into the hairline and back into the hair to warm up the face. Now this product does have a bit of a shimmer to it. It's very refined though, as the name would say. It's not like thick chunky glitter, just very, very refined. Next I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced bronzer, and I'm gonna avoid that gold area. I'm just gonna tap right here, and we're just gonna really kind of bounce this onto the high cheekbones, just to give some highlight. Kind of sweep it around that orbital bone, just to give some highlight to the face. And I'm also gonna sweep a little bit on the tip of the nose, a little bit on the chin, and you know why not, a little bit just above the eyebrow. To me, this is more of a really warm, like bronzy highlighter, not necessarily a bronzer. Like it wouldn't give me this color and definition that the MAC does, but it's a nice complement. If you like a highlight that's not real icy looking or real frosty, this would be a good option. Okay, you guys, so excited. I picked up this blush from MAC. It's the Glow Play Blush. And this is a new product to me. I'm sure this is not a new product to MAC, but I am not familiar with this formula. This launched way after my time, but I liked the idea of this. By the way, this is the color So Natural. It's kind of like a cream product. Like it's not a cream blush in the sense of like, you know, a sticky cream blush, typically the ones that I like that are more creamy and go on the skin with more of a glow. This is a very lightweight, kind of almost like a, I don't know if moussey is the right word. What is the best way to describe this? It's very light, you guys. Let me show you. Let me swatch it on my hand. So very natural. This is actually a couple of swatches on my hand. So now that I'm looking at it, while it's beautiful, it might be a little light and I might have to go and add a little more cheek color. But let me show you guys the packaging and the product up close. You see it has just this nice light cream texture. All right, but before we judge it, let's go in and see how much color we can build. I'm using a smaller, dense brush so I can get more color. Oh, okay. Well, hey, I'm getting some good color there. Good color payoff. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I actually did get quite a bit of color. It's gonna depend on the brush you use. So I recommend if you want more color, using a smaller, more dense powder brush. Perfect. Well, looks nice. Next, we're gonna set everything. I'm going in with this Jouer powder. This is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. I really enjoy this product. This is not from HSN. This gives a really nice soft set to the face. I'm actually gonna use the same brush that I use for bronzer. I'm gonna lightly pick it up and softly set in the center of the face and kind of just around the cheeks. This gives a really, seriously, a soft, almost like a filter-like effect on the skin. It smooths everything out. It doesn't look dry. It's really a beautiful, beautiful powder. To prime the eyes, I'm using the Trish McEvoy Eye Base. This is the shade Bear. This is one of my go-to eye primers along with the MAC Pro Longwear. What I like about both of them is that, as you can see, they're not translucent. My eyes are a little darker, or I feel like I just need something to cancel out the color on my lids. It's a great option. You just want to make sure that you really even and blend it out. I like to use my finger to actually blend my eye primers out and really just work it into the lid. The reason you want to make sure that it's even, I mean, there's pretty obvious reasons, but especially for your eye primer, because if you get an area that is heavier than the rest of the eyelid, when you go and apply shadow, it's going to stick in there. It's going to be harder to blend. So really make sure that you take the time to shear it out. Perfect. Do you see what that does? It just brightens the eye area. It's also going to intensify the colors of your shadows. So while it won't necessarily change them, it'll make them more vibrant. Now, I'm really excited to share this product with you because I picked one of these up from Blue Mercury a year or so ago, or maybe even longer, and I was really impressed with the quality. This is from Kevyn Aucoin. It's the Emphasize Eye Design Palette, and I picked up a different shade than I already have, but this is a really cool product. It has eyeshadows, and then it also has like a liquid shadow as well. Kevyn Aucoin is one of those brands that I feel like is kind of underrated. I don't hear much about them on social media, but I'm really impressed with the products of theirs that I've tried. Kevyn Aucoin was my first like inspiration as a makeup artist. I bought all of his books when I was a makeup artist back at like 19, 20 years old when I was first starting, and I studied them. Was really a makeup artist ahead of his time. So I got the shade Unblinking. Let me show you what comes in here. So in it you get 5 eyeshadows, and then you get this liquid eyeshadow as well. And I went with the neutrals. The one that I have is a little warmer neutral with a purple and kind of more of like a plummy shade. I thought this would be fine, and I wanted to pick a palette that I thought, you know, was just a great kind of everyday for everybody palette. All skin tones really could use this palette. So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna grab the lightest shade here, and we're just gonna sweep that underneath the brow to give a little bit of highlight. This is Matte. Really nice. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's a matte shade. Kind of reminds me of the shade Omega from MAC. It's a very cool tone, ashy brown, but very light. just like slightly darker than my skin tone. So I'm gonna take my time and kind of build it up in my crease just so I get a little bit more definition. These mattes are very velvety. I think the quality of these shadows is really on point. You get good pigment payoff, but not too much, you know? I think we kind of got into this, like there was this period of time when I remember the more pigment payoff, the better, right? It was just like, oh my gosh, if these shadows are super pigmented and opaque with one swatch, they're so good. I kind of have mixed feelings about that. Like, yes, you do want good pigment payoff. You don't want shadows to be too sheer, or not apply to the skin when you're trying to apply them. But sometimes when you get shadows that are just super pigmented and just go on so opaque to the skin, it can be difficult to blend them out. And it's a different look. Not that they're bad, it's just a different look. I come from the school of really liking shadows that have a good amount of pigment but really have buildability to them and allow you to get very natural, soft looking lines, a very diffused blend. You can't always get that with shadows that are really, really pigmented. Okay, next I'm gonna go in. I am getting some kickback on this shadow, just an FYI. I don't mind that, but I wanted to call that out. I feel like people like when you note shadows and the kickback that you get. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is a really pretty kind of deep khaki color, and we're just gonna build on to what I already did in the outer crease just to add a little more definition. This is one of those shades that you can use a blending brush like I'm using to get a soft application of it, and then you can go in with a dense shadow brush that's smaller and really pack it on. It's pretty. It's like a deep brown with some khaki undertones and the slightest bit of like a gold sparkle to it. When it gets on the skin though, you don't really see that gold sparkle, so it's not like shimmery. It's a matte with a little bit of sparkle pigments. And I'm just taking my time to kind of build that outer corner up. So pretty. Oh, I love that. Very soft. I feel like shadows like this are true artist shadows. They're a brand that really embraces like makeup artistry, and I think what is complementary on the eyes. I love it. Okay, next I'm gonna take this vibrant gold shade. This is a shimmer, and let me actually swatch it for you guys so you can see. So high shine. It's got a lot of shine and reflection to it. It really hits that light and bounces it off. But when you put it on the skin, it doesn't look frosty. It almost looks like a liquid shadow on the skin. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take a small little shader brush. This is the BK Beauty 209. I'm gonna load it up, and we are gonna just pack it on. I'm gonna start in the inner corner and just work it to the center of the lid. I love how copper this is, but I also love how light it is. It's not like a dark copper color. This color would look good on all skin tones. It would look absolutely beautiful on a deeper skin tone, really pop. And then on a lighter skin tone, the color would be a little darker, but it would also look stunning. It's not too dark, it's beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna layer that up because I really like that. I like that to be real intense right there. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna use the other side of the brush. I'm gonna go into the darkest shade here. This is a matte, dark, kind of slate brown color. I'm gonna kind of tap off my brush on my finger, not on something hard because I don't wanna dent my ferrule. And I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna pack that on the outer corner. I'm not gonna worry about blending it out at this point. I really just wanna deposit the product there. Oh, love this. Deposit the product there, step away, grab my blending brush. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm just gonna take my blending brush, and we are just gonna kind of make little circular motions on top of where we just applied that shadow. I don't wanna take that darkness too far over and into the crease. I really want it concentrated to this outer corner. If I get too dark, too high, and far over, it'll really close my eye up and kind of weigh it down. And I also really love this look of light and bright right here and deeper definition on the outer corner. That is how you really create a more open, brighter, wider eye. When in doubt, blend it out, my friends. When in doubt, blend it out. I like a nice soft blend. I want everything to just seamlessly blend together. Okay, we're getting there. I'm gonna come back to this palette, but right now I'm gonna move into this little bundle set. This is from Clinique. This is the High Impact Favorites bundle, and this is an HSN deal right now. The price on this was really good, you guys. I noted it because I wanted to make sure I called it out. So in this set, let me share what you get. It's $24, by the way, you guys. So you get this really nice, generous size of the Take the Day Off cleanser from Clinique. This is a cleansing balm, and it's a really, really great one. I mean, it really just emulsifies and breaks down your makeup very gently, very hydrating to the skin. I used to be all about cleansing balms. It's been a while since I've been using more of like a gentle foaming one, but I keep reminding myself how dry my skin is lately, so I probably need to go back to using one. And then you also get the High Impact Liner and Mascara. Let me share with you. And you get full sizes of these, you guys. Full sizes for $24, okay? So you get the High Impact Mascara, you get a full size of that. and then you get a high impact eyeliner in the shade black. So we're gonna use this today. I normally don't use black, but we're gonna use this. What I like about this is it's got a really fine like tip to it, so you can really control that line. We're gonna use this and we're just gonna line the upper lash line, and I'm getting real close here because I wanna keep that really tight. I really just wanna line my lash line to give some definition at my lash line, but I don't want you to really necessarily notice the eyeliner. Okay. Super tight, super thin. Do you see the difference? Just gives that extra definition, but it's not something you really notice. This pencil's very creamy. It pays off really well. Perfect. Oh, I love that. I'm not gonna use this on my lower lash line. I don't really like to use black on my lower lash line. It can look a little harsh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into my shadows here, and I'm just gonna mix this deep one here with this one here. And we're just gonna create a smoky, soft line on the lower lash line. Oh, perfect. I'm getting a little bit of that leftover gold that I used to apply in the inner corner, and it's like the perfect mix. Okay, so I got more of it on this side, so I'm gonna go back in and dip it into this gold real quick and just layer it on top. That adds a certain softness to the lower lash line, adding a little shimmer down there, like on top of a darker color. It just softens everything. You guys, before we move on, I completely failed you. I'm getting down to the end of my products, and I realized that I didn't go in and apply this. I should have applied this at the beginning of the application, because this is a great bundle value set available at HSN. It's the Benefit Professional Primer. This is like the OG original like pore blurring primer. They have a deal where you get 2 of them for $43. It's a value of $68. So that's a really great deal that's going on. I wanted to share it in this video. I will link it down below with everything else, but I wanted to call that out before we got to the end of this video, and I failed to mention this. So definitely check this out. I feel like this is one of those products that everyone has used at some point, and it's one of those cult classic products that has been around a long time, so maybe we don't see it or hear about it, you know, in the beauty community as much because we're always sharing the new, but when you look at like OG products that like really took off when they launched, this was one of them. So I wanted to share that. Okay, you guys, let's move along to lashes. I am gonna build my lashes first with a little bit of primer. Let's go in with my Dior. This is my favorite primer of all time, as you guys know, and I'm just doing a couple of coats of that. This is not only going to make my mascara and my lashes more dramatic, it's also going to condition and improve the health of my lashes. Okay, so we're going in with the Clinique High Impact Mascara. You know what, you guys? I'm gonna do both this one and the Lancome because I wanna compare and show you guys both options. Okay, so let's go with the High Impact Mascara. I like to start at the base of my lashes. I kind of close my eyes and rest it onto the wand, and then I wiggle that wand. What I'm doing is I'm just getting all the product off this wand at the root of my lashes, and then I'm pulling and fanning up. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so this is really pretty. I see more length than volume. You get some volume, but this is definitely more of a lengthening mascara on me. It kind of fans the lashes out, which I love. I love a real fanned out soft lash look, which is what I'm seeing here. Even though I'm building, I'm not getting a whole lot of extra volume. So take note of that. This is really a beautiful lengthening mascara. It's kind of really extending my lashes, but it's not adding a whole lot of volume. Mascara is such a personal thing, right? Depending on what you got to work with, you might prefer lengthening or volumizing one over the other depending on what you have. Okay, so this is nice. I typically like a little more volume, but I want to call out the benefits of a mascara like this, aside from getting a lot of length, is it's very soft and wispy. So you can clearly see all the eye makeup still. It's not like you look at me and all you see is lashes. You really see the shadow, and the lashes is this nice like complementary feature. Okay, guys, let's go in with the Lancome mascara. This is the High Definition Mascara, and we are gonna load this up. I know I've used this at one point in time. I love Lancome mascaras. All right, so this has a very traditional mascara-like feel, not only in the wand, but the formula of it kind of reminds me of like a traditional mascara. Okay, I'm definitely getting more volume with this mascara. I'm also getting length as well. But yeah, you see how this side looks a little more voluminous than my right? Ooh, okay. They're both nice, but this is my favorite right here. Yeah, so lots of volume, good length. This one also fans out the lash. So there are the two mascaras. Do you guys notice a difference? They're pretty similar. I see a little more volume here. I see a little more separation here. They both have great length. Let's apply the bottom lashes. We're just gonna use a Lancome for both because I don't like to put a whole lot of mascara on my lower lashes. I really like to keep those soft. Perfect. All right, so most of our makeup is on. I'm gonna go and apply my lips. I put on a little bit of the City Beauty Lip Plumper just in clear before we started. I'm I'm gonna blot that off. I'm gonna line my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is the 2 medium Pillow Talk. I'm obsessed with this color. This is like my ideal lip color. It's like my lip color a little enhanced. It almost looks like the color of my lips now. What I love about the City Beauty clear gloss, you guys, is putting it on before you put your makeup on, and it just gives your lips like that tingling sensation. It's comfortable. It's not too much for me, at least. It gives your lips a little more color, and like, I don't know, I don't want to make any claims that aren't there, but I feel like it just brings more color to my lips, a little pinky or reddish. My lips can typically look a little like purple, honestly, and this just adds some color. And this is what this pencil does. It looks like that. Perfect. Okay, next we're going in with this lipstick. This is from Too Faced. This is the Heart Core lipstick in the shade Never Grow Up. I have to hand it to Too Faced. I think their packaging is just adorable and sweet. Everything that they come out with, it's just got a fun, kind of young vibe to it. This is what the lipstick looks like. It has that little heart in the center. Let me swatch this on my hand so I can kind of tell you how it pays off. Okay, I would describe this as kind of like a lipstick balm. It's very sheer. That's a few layers. This is just one swatch. Okay, so we have one swatch here, and then we have it layered here so you can see the payoff that you get. It reminds me of a lip balm lipstick. Ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's not like super, what's the best way to describe it? You know, all of these like balms that are launching, like the Makeup by Mario has one, the Charlotte Tilbury has one, and they are, I probably have the Makeup by Mario here, and they're really beautiful and juicy. And actually the formula of the Maracuja Juicy Lip is kind of the same. You know, it's that really high gloss, but it's real thick and you can't put too much pressure on it because you'll have like chunks on your lipstick. I'm not saying anything bad about them because I love those products. You just have to apply them differently. This is not like that. And I'm just saying that because I'm describing it as the same type of formula, but it's not. Even though you get some shine to it, it's lighter weight and the product is more compact. So it's not that same type of formula as those Makeup by Mario ones or the Maracuja Juicy Lip. I kind of love this color. Is this not like the perfect lip color? I kind of love it. So pretty. Okay, I love this. And this is the finished look. You guys, I love my makeup today. I'm not gonna lie, I really love the way everything came out. Okay, let's call out the products that really stood out to me as products that are gonna stay on my, you know, my vanity, that I'm gonna continue to use, that I love. I wanna say this, just because something doesn't make the list doesn't mean that I didn't love it. Keep in mind, I'm trying new product all of the time. So for a product to really like make its way into a product that I continue to use in rotation, it really has to impress me. I wanna say this foundation is pretty amazing. Obviously I need to wear it throughout the day, but just by the way that it feels on the skin, the way that it looks, the way that it blended out, I'm really impressed. I think it's a really beautiful, beautiful foundation. If you've used this foundation, let me know. Let us all know in the comments down below your thoughts on it, how you like it. If there's, you know, anything that you want to share about this foundation, let us know, because I'm giving my opinion after having it on my skin for 30 minutes. But so far I'm really impressed. This will stay and this will get continued to be used. This concealer from MAC, actually, I really like. Different than my Pro Longwear, which I love. I think this is probably more of a versatile concealer for everyone. The Pro Longwear, even though I love it, it will be too heavy for a lot of people. This one I could see everyone enjoying it. It kind of reminded me of my Pat McGrath, but even a little bit thinner, and I love my Pat McGrath, so I wanted to call that one out. This is not a new one because I love, this is an OG, but the Refined Golden, so glad I picked this up. This will definitely stay on my vanity, and I will continue to use this. The Kevyn Aucoin palette, I really love this. Let me swatch the liquid shadow for you guys so you can see it. So it's the color Gold. This is what it looks like. It's just like, you know, your standard little liquid eyeshadow. Let's check it out. Ooh, okay, this is very opaque. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna also blend it out so you can see if you wanna sheer it out. So super opaque. Let's see if we can sheer it out with our finger. Okay, you can sheer it out with your finger and get a lighter look. Lots of high shine, lots of shimmer. That's beautiful. It almost reminds me of a slightly lighter version of this shade right here. Really pretty. So this really, I really love this palette right here. I love this colors. I love the formula. And I love that you get that little liquid. So that, and then the last product that I want to give a major shout out to is this lipstick. This lipstick, you guys, I really love the color and the feel of this. It's really nice. And I think it looks good with a full face of makeup like I have on today, but I also think this would be the perfect, and that's why I love it. It'll be the perfect product to keep in my bag when I'm wearing very little makeup or I'm heading to the gym and I want something on my lips, but I don't want to look like I have lipstick on. This is it. So, well, this was a successful little try on. I'll have everything that I used linked in the description box below. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know this was a longer video. They just tend to go a little longer when I'm doing like a full face and I'm chatting and I'm being being, you know, being me. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.